Let me tell you the story of how I caught my husband cheating. And didn't just end our marriage. I ended his affair, his reputation, and his career. We were married for 7 years. No kids, not because we didn't want them, but because we were waiting for the right time, or so he said. In truth, I think he was always waiting for something better. When we first met, he was charming, confident. The type of man who could hold an entire room in his hand and make you feel like the only person in it. I fell hard. And I stayed loyal. I was there through job changes, his late nights building a career, the stress, the quiet moments, the dreams we never got around to. He was my partner. My best friend. Or so I thought. Lately, things felt off. He was coming home later. Always on his phone. Quick to hide the screen. Snapping at small things. Acting distracted in bed. I tried not to overthink. Marriage isn't always roses. I told myself that. I cooked his favorite meals. Bought him a new shirt for work. I even wrote him a note one morning and slipped it into his briefcase. He never mentioned it. That night, he came home smelling like someone else's perfume. That was the moment I stopped ignoring the signs. I waited. Observed. Quietly. I wasn't ready to confront him, not without proof. Then one night, he fell asleep on the couch. His phone buzzed on the table. Unlocked. And right there, in a chat thread buried under fake names and hidden apps, was everything. Dozens of messages to a woman named Jay. I knew who she was. His coworker. Also married. They were planning a weekend trip for a conference, talking about hotel rooms, what lingerie she'd wear, and mocking me. He said I was boring. That I never questioned a thing. That I was safe to come home to. I couldn't breathe. My hands were shaking. My ears were ringing. But I didn't cry. Not then. I copied everything. Every message, every explicit photo, every booking confirmation. I took screenshots, printed transcripts, backed up files to a cloud folder. And then, I planned. I knew they worked for the same mid-sized marketing firm. I knew their HR department's name. It was on one of the employee handbooks in his drawer. I also found her husband's Facebook. They had kids. She posted about church and Sunday brunch. She smiled next to him in every photo, while sneaking into hotels with mine. The hypocrisy burned. But I didn't message her. Not yet. Instead, I created 2 folders. One digital, one physical. The digital one, with screenshots and documentation, was emailed anonymously to their HR department, with the subject line, "Urgent, inappropriate conduct between employees." The physical one, more detailed, with printed photos and time-stamped texts, was mailed to her husband's office, marked confidential. And I waited. Monday came. He left early for work. Kissed me on the forehead like nothing was wrong. I smiled. By noon, I got a call. Not from him, but from one of his co-workers. A friend I'd met at a holiday party once. They said, something big just went down. 2 people got pulled into HR. Everyone's whispering. I knew. By evening, he came home pale. Tight-jawed. He dropped his bag, loosened his tie, and said, "Something crazy happened at work today." I played dumb. "Oh, what?" He looked me straight in the eye and said, "Someone tried to set me up." I almost laughed. That night, she didn't go home. Her husband had received the folder and thrown her suitcase on the lawn. By Friday, she resigned. By Monday, he was put on unpaid leave pending investigation. By the end of the month, he was fired. And me. I was already gone. I didn't leave with a scream or a scene. I left a letter on the kitchen table, explaining what I knew, how long I'd known it, and what I'd done. I ended it with, "I didn't ruin your life. You did. I just made sure everyone finally saw it." He called me non-stop for weeks. Apologies. Excuses. Rage. Begging. But I never answered. Months later, I heard through a friend that he moved in with his brother and hasn't found steady work since. His ex-coworker? Divorced. Her kids live with her parents. I didn't celebrate. I just breathed. For the first time in years, I could breathe. You see, he thought I was weak. He thought I'd never fight back. He underestimated the quiet one. But here's the truth. Sometimes, the quiet ones aren't broken. They're calculating. And when they strike, it's not loud. It's final.